Good morning, brothers and sisters. Your brother, well, good afternoon, brothers and sisters. It's your brother, Spiritual Warfare, with another daily word of the day. The daily word of the day will be from Matthew 16, Matthew chapter 16, verse 26. For what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Question mark. For what is a man profit if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Let's talk about this a little bit, brothers and sisters. You know, uh, a brother of mine, a brother I love as a brother. We don't talk every day. We don't see each other every day. Uh, but he put a lot on my mind this morning, this afternoon. First of all, he called me and said that he's proud of me, and it's kind of emotional, man, because which I don't get emotional about too many things, man. It'd be mostly like family losses, things of that nature. Grandmother's mother. I lost my mother, my father, my grandmother's. Lost my mother a few years ago. But we are not getting into that. But it's just he put a lot on my, it made me feel, uh, some type of way though, And I just wanted to share it with y'all, you know, because maybe some of y'all have been through this in your life, But he said he was proud of me and keep doing what I'm doing. And it's a brother. Let me tell you a little bit about this brother. It's a brother that I've been knowing since I was maybe 14 or 15. I knew him through my uncle. My uncle name was Kenny Ray. Like I said, I grew up on the east side, South Central, which they call the Low Bottoms. It's in LA. It's off of like Central Avenue, Hooper Avenue, Compton Avenue in the 20s. Like Adams, 21st, 22nd, 23rd Street off of Central Avenue. He grew up a little bit farther down Central off of King Boulevard, uh, closer to this park called Washington Park. It's right behind Jefferson High School in LA. My uncle Kenny Ray, he grew up a little bit farther down in the 50s, but that's all Low Bottoms. We all know each other. We all went to the same junior high school, Carver Junior High, and all the same high school. So we all basically know each other. The Pueblos, the 50s, right there. That's what my uncles them grew up at in the 40s, in the 30s, in the 20s. That's this era we call the bottoms. We call my part the Low Bottoms. And they call it's the bottoms. We're not getting all into technical and all that, but you know, me and his brother, I used to go to these little dances called Uncle Jam Army. They used to give them like at the Coliseum and stuff like that. And I just seen, because I'll be in my other little partner, you know, we was like 15, 16, like 15, 14, 15. We would catch the bus up there. And I used to always run into Anthony. His name is Anthony. We call him Ty Bud. That's his nickname. His name is Anthony. And I just see him up there all the time. And, he always give us a ride back. And one day he gave us a ride back, and it was like 2, 3 in the morning. He was like, "Man, y'all just want to go to my joint, and I take y'all home in the morning." You know what I mean? I was like, "Cool." It's like I said, it's my Uncle Kenny Ray friend. Him and my Uncle Kenny Ray was best friends. He's a little bit older than me. He about 7 years older than me. He was about 20, 19 or 20 at that time. So, take me to his joint. Then the next morning, he had, lady friends come over and cook breakfast and stuff for us. And I don't get too deep. Then from there, uh, I never did go back home, man. At 16 years old, I didn't even go back home. I stayed there, the brother. We end up, you know, uh, going half on the place because the guy who owned the house ended up giving us that house, and we just paid the rent. We went half on the rent. Now, listen to me. I'm 16. I'm 16 years old. I'm 16 years old. you know. So I ended up staying there, man. And this brother, this brother was like a father figure in my life, man. Because you know, my mom, you know what I'm saying. I was living with my grandmother at the time. Because like I told y'all in a couple of other videos, that my mother from the streets. You know what I'm saying. So my mom, I don't know the best way of wording it, but I got to just keep it real. My mom ran prostitution houses. She ran one. She had a house full of women. When I was younger, I used to trip because I didn't know I was a kid. It was a lot of women all the time. They used to wash me. She'd go out. They wash me, take care of me, bathe me, clean me up, feed me. You know what I'm saying? So as I got older, I seen more and more, man. Then my mom got on alcohol real bad, and my mom got on drugs real bad. You know what I'm saying? And I used to be ashamed of my mom, man. You know, and let me go back to this is we was talking about because me and his brother got so much in common because he came up the same way. His grandmother raised him. Miss White, she raised him. You know what I'm saying? Because his mom was the same way. His mom was in the street, on drugs and things too. And man, from that, man, I just really didn't have no respect for women, man. You know what I mean? I did women bad. Like I said, I had 2 or 3 women a day, man. I had one for breakfast, one for lunch, one for dinner sometimes, man. I changed 2 or 3 times a day. You know what I'm saying? 16 years old, man. I was doing this. So I had no respect, man. Cause my mom, what she did. You know what I mean? I seen it. Cause your mom and your father, man, it's like they like they like your perfect example of person how you should be, how you want to be. That's why I said that's why I got into hustling, because my father was a hustler. My father was a street cat. You know what I mean? And we were just talking about this, man, and I see why it made me understand why I was this person I was at that time, man. Even in my 20s, man, my 30s, I did women bad, man. Like I didn't. You age, you trap all them bad names. You know what I mean? Get out my face, and I'm gone. You know what I mean? I ain't got no respect. I talk bad to him. You know what I mean? I treated him bad because from the reflection of my mom, man, what I seen, man, that had something to do with that, man, the way I felt about women, man. You know? So we were just talking about that, man, and it was like where we are today. Like I'm married, man. I have a wife, I have a beautiful wife, man. I've been on her 30 some years, man. And we used to talk when she was about 15, 16. We used to talk when I was like 8, 17. It's only a couple of years apart, 3 years apart. We grew up in the same neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? And we started talking, man, and at that time, and we was cool and we was chilling and doing different things. Then I ended up going to that place, to the joint, to the county. I did a little hear a jig, boom. I get out, she uh, have a kid, she involved with somebody, you know what I'm saying? Somebody I know, but we not uh, best friends, hang out partners or nothing. Somebody I knew, but I respected it, so I didn't even try to talk to her, do anything, you know, mess with her or anything, conversate with her, nothing. I just left it alone. We ended up seeing each other 30 some years later, man. I was like maybe 48 when we ran into each other again. I seen her one more time. One time I was at this hotel, man, and she was like, I thought she was an airline student, but she she her job, she go from different states. So I seen her on the elevator and we spoke. Ooh, that was it. Then I seen her next day at the library. I was like, that's coincidence. But I was with somebody at the time, or kind of with somebody, and I don't know what she was doing, but we didn't even chop it up like that. So excuse me. So I ended up running into her somewhere else. Really, like I was on Facebook, you know, on it, and I seen her on there, and I shot a line to her. And it took a minute. She eventually hit me back, and then we started talking, and then we ended up, hooking up. You know what I'm saying? And then 3 years later, we ended up getting married. But she was someone I always cared about and had love for. She had 2 grown kids now. You know what I mean? But I love them like my own. I respect them. They respect me. And she's a beautiful woman, man. She's a beautiful spirited, good-hearted woman, man. She just for me, man. You know. But go back to me and my partner, man. What we was talking about, man. It was just like the life we lived at that time, man. We was doing our thing. We was really. I had a '66 Cadillac, man, at 16 years old. 66 convertible Cadillac. Back then we had the perms. First we had the Jerry curls, then we had the fly perms. And the jury. And different cars. He had 4 or 5 different cars. You know what I'm saying? And I had my car and another car. I used to drive his cars like they mine. That's my brother. So all day that's all we doing is out doing our thing. He come on with 2 or 3 females. I might come on with 2 or 3, and then you know, man, we just like brute beasts, man, with it. You know, so it's a trip, man. How he was talking about praying grandmothers, man. Somebody above was praying for us, man. And I believe he was saying, man, one of your grandmothers or both your grandmothers was praying for you, whoever one you really close to. And you know what? It was funny, man. He said, because I was close to both of my grandmothers. Because when I went and did my little joke, my other grandmother, she had emphysema, so she couldn't get out and get around. But she was giving my other grandmother the bread, the brain to me. My other grandmother was getting around good on my mother's side. Every weekend, man, she come up there, man. She'd come up there, an hour and a half drive. And she used to be behind a little thing, man, and she like, look at my baby, and she had 9 kids, man. She had 9 kids. I'm her grandkid, but she loved me, man, like a son. You know what I mean? And she said, look at my baby, woo. And I was like, mama, I call my grandma mama. You know what I'm saying? Both my grandmas I call mama. I was like, mama, don't do that here, mama, because I can't show no, emotion like that up in here. I got to go back. I learned fast. But it's funny, man, how this brother called me, man, and we chopped this up about this, man, and it how God have mercy, man, and and uh and I'm grateful for that because He had mercy on me, man, to get me at the point I am with Him. That's why I love Him so much, man. That's why I have this daily word, man, because I'm just trying to say some other brothers out there, man, might be going through the same thing, man. You know what I mean? Because it's not about that rough, tough, boastfulness, man. It's not about that. You know what I'm saying? Because God is, I always had that gentle soul in me still, and I got that from my grandmother. Because the rough, like I say, man, I come from uncles, man, from the streets. Cats know me, that know that I'm on his daily word, that against his daily word for me. They know I'm telling the real. I ain't got time for no games, man. I'm 100. I'm 100 with this, man. You know what I mean? I had uncles who was dangerous out there, man. They was dangerous out there in the '50s, man, on the east side. It was dangerous. Kenny Ray, Uncle Kenny Ray was the baby. My uncle Burnell, my uncle Felix, my uncle Lee. There was only one left, my uncle Felix, man. One of the dangerous ones, man. He only one left, man. All my other uncles have passed away. I got 3 aunties left. My mother passed away, but they was ruthless, man, down on that east side, man. I come from a family that, you know, uh, having a humble, gentle soul, that's rare. Like my cousins the same way they sons. Like I said, all of them bang. I'm the only one who don't. Like I say, I feel it. I know Bloods. I grew up with Bloods. I know Crips. I grew up with Crips. But I grew up in a Blood neighborhood. You know what I mean? I love my people, man. I love them. I love my brothers I grew up with down in the 20s, man. I love them. I love the brothers I went to school with that grew up in the 40s. I love them. I love Bloods and Crips, man. I got love for both, man. I wish one day that could come, to one, man, because we need to do something out here, man. Melanated people, man. I'm getting on another subject. I'm just bouncing around right now, but because it came up when I'm talking about made it come up. We need to get that right too, man. Because look at what's going on, man. Open your eyes, man. Open your eyes. Like I said, I love all people. I'm a Christian. I'm first a soldier for God, and everything else come twinkle down from there. But I love my people too. I love all people, but I love my people. 'Cause my people been through the worst. You know what I mean? And I really would, man, love if my brothers, man, try to mend that, man, some type of way, man. Because we have to, man. We're gonna eventually have to, man. Because look at the news, man. Look at what's going on, man. Falling left and right, man. We falling for COVID, for gay, man. We should be the most loving people in the world, man. I don't know why we so hateful towards each other, man. I don't get it, man. Supposed to love each other, man. We're supposed to one for our brother, we're one for ourselves, man. If we live like that, man, we'd be so much more better, man. Off. We have a so much peaceful atmosphere, lifestyle. You know what I mean? Take care of your kids, take care of your wife, man, your family. Take care of them, man. Cause that's all we got, man. Real, man. I'm bouncing around with this man because I'm just speaking from the heart. This is I'm speaking from the heart, my daily word, man. Because my brother called me, man, and it touched me, man. It touched me like something never before, man. It touched me like my grandmother was talking to me, man. Like one of my grandmothers was talking to me through him. You know what I mean? It was a spiritual invention. That's why I said, man, it ain't about religion, man. It's about spirit. We are spiritual people, man. We're not religious people. We are spiritual people, man. That's what we is. We always have been that. From our ancestors, crying out for us, man, to come back home, come back to reality, come back to understanding of ourselves, come back to understanding of our people. Our ancestors is calling out, man. It's not about religion, it's about, man, it's about spirituality. We are a spiritual people, man. We are a spiritual people. Like I say, man, I felt some type of way because this brother, I felt my grandmother's talk. I felt my grandmother's spirit. As his brother was talking to me, I felt my grandmother's spirit talking through him. Because the same way his grandmother prayed for him. Because he supposed to have been gone a long time. We both, what we did and we'd have been through, man, in life. God spared us, man. He spared us and spared us and spared us. That's why I gotta share this with other brothers, man. I gotta share it, man. I gotta share it with y'all, man. I gotta share it with y'all, man. Because I know, man, like I say, man, I'm from the dirt, man. That brother from the mud. Like I told you, I know brothers from the mud. If we can change, we get our life together, man, you brothers can too. He has proposed to his wife. I mean, his woman, his fiance now. He just proposed to her. He's about to get married and become as one with his wife. You know what I mean? Because like we say, man, you know, we done had enough women in our life, man. If we don't get no more women in life, we good. You know, brothers know what I'm talking about. I had enough of that, man, in my life, man, the last lifetime, man. On the real, I'm just blessed that God spared me, man, not to be, because I'd have played craps with my peace. Y'all know what that is, my brothers out there. I done played craps with it, man. And by God's grace, I didn't crap out, man. Because a lot of brothers ain't crapped out. A lot of brothers ain't here. A lot of brothers ain't here, man. Like my brother say, man, it's a blessing to be able to make a call to somebody you love and care about, and they answer the phone. Because man, we got some brothers we can't make no calls to, man. We got some brothers, man, we can't make no calls to. We're in perilous times, brothers and sisters. We're in perilous times, man. Second Timothy chapter 3, verse 1 through 17. That one chapter in 16 verses sums up what's going on now, man. This Bible is real. God is real. What is a man to gain a whole world but lose his soul, man? What is a man to gain everything? Had to find his cars, find his houses, but lose his soul. Like some of these pastors and these false prophets out here in sheep clothing. They're gonna get theirs, man. I lead God's sheep astray. This word ain't nothing to play with. Like I said, I come from the dirt. I come from growing up knowing uh, 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 pastors that had 3 or 4 women in the church. That's why that's running. That's what's running people away from churches. Seeing all this stuff on the news, seeing all this stuff when they was growing up. But brothers and sisters, every church ain't like that. Don't let the enemy confuse your mind and think every church ain't like that. Every church is not like that, brothers and sisters. Like I said, I go for a beautiful church out here in Long Beach called From the Heart Ministries of Los Angeles. Reverend Tyrone LaRose is the pastor. Powerful man of God. Powerful man of God. Speak from the Bible. Speak from the Bible. Teach from the Bible. I wouldn't be there if he wasn't. That's one of the gifts. One of the gifts I believe I have, a gift of giving. But another gift I believe God gave me is a gift of discernment, knowing what somebody's working with, knowing a fake person when I see one. The eyes are the window to the soul, and your character tells everything about you. I know if you fake. It's like I said, I've been around the best. This brother named Anthony, his name is Top. We call him Top. He done taught me everything about street life. You can't put none over on me. No woman, no man, no nothing. And my uncles wasn't no joke either, like I say. I'd have been taught by the best. I'd have been around the best. I'd have been around the best of hustlers. And the cats know me and know this watching this is going to see this. They know I'm 100 when I'm talking about. I don't even say these two brothers' names that raised and taught me and Bud the game. These brothers were super millionaires, man. Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's like I say in the glorified brag about, but it's just it's a part of my life at one time. I just had to share with you, brothers and sisters, out there in the world, man. So once again, man, this your brother spiritual warfare with another daily word of the day. And I love y'all, man. Honestly, man, 100%, man. I love y'all, brothers and sisters out there, man. I just had to speak from the heart today. Matthew 16, Matthew's 19, Matthew's 16, Matthew's chapter 16, verse 26. Check it out, man. For what is a man to profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Don't lose your soul behind these material things because they don't mean nothing to God. God don't care about how many cars you got and how many homes you have. Know what God care about? Is you want for your brother as you want for yourself? Do you love your brother like you love yourself? Because God is love. God don't care about none of that. Putting all that haters this, hater that. God don't care about all that. You putting up haters and you being hated maybe because of the type of life you live too. You're gonna get haters like that. You live your life in the right way. You get one or two here and there, but you know what? You got Almighty God upon you that's gonna keep the enemy up under your foot. Yeah, he'll keep the enemy up under your foot. You live in his way. You know, God don't care about none of that, man. He don't care about none of that like that. He wants you to live nice and everything, man. Live comfortable, take care of your family, take care of your kids, man. But he don't care about all that boastfulness and proudfulness, man. Like a lot of these young brothers doing out there, man. Need to knock it off, man, and try to give, man. Try to give and try to live the way the Lord wants you to live. What is a Christian? One who listen and respect and follow the word of God. That's what a Christian is, man. That's what a Christian's supposed to be. Christ-like, because that's what Christ was. Y'all have a beautiful day, brothers and sisters. Once again, it's your brother Spiritual Warfare, daily word of the day. Daily word of the day, man. And I'm out. Spiritual Warfare, GIG, abbreviation GIG. God is good all the time. All the time.